I can understand why he doesn't relate to it, because there's a highbrow level of Negro who doesn't understand what I do and how I do it. And
yeah, in case most of you probably already know, Tyler Perry released a film called Straw on Netflix. I think last week or a week or two ago, whatever. And that movie, of course, has jumped up to #1 on a lot of on Netflix most watched.
I was gonna say it's only on Netflix. It ain't nowhere else.
Yeah. I mean, you don't know where else it might be, bro. Don't do that.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. It's on Pornhub also. Go
ahead. Yes. So recently that movie came out. It's jumped to #1, one of the most watched films on Netflix right now. And everyone has, well, let me not say everyone, but a lot of people have their concerns about Tyler Perry and the type of films that he puts out. So Tyler Perry was on Ari Melber's show recently on MSNBC,
and they ask you about criticism. It's interesting. Your criticism level seems to be higher than other people at your success level. Yeah. Do you agree with that?
I would absolutely agree. If there are people at my success level.
Okay, bars. So I just want to read one, if it's all right with you. And this is from Teray, who's been around. I don't know if you came across this or not.
Yeah.
But he said, Perry is...
Liquor for the masses? Is that the one? Go ahead. Let me hear it.
He said, Perry's serving an audience that is underserved by Hollywood, he argues. And he says, and he's speaking as a black man in America, he says, especially black Southern women who don't see themselves in Hollywood fare. He says his grandmother loves this stuff. And then he says, quote, I can't watch it without cringing.
Yeah.
What do you take of that? Is it just out of bounds off the whole conversation, or is there something there that you deal with?
I think that Tory has a level of, it's not just Southern people who are offended by, Tyler Perry's movies. There are some wildly intelligent and empathetic and caring people, particularly black women, that I will highlight, who think Tyler Perry's movies are absolute fucking trash, right? Largely because they feel like, and I think they're becoming more vocal now, is black women feel specifically that Tyler Perry continuously takes their pain, their trauma, their misfortune, twist it, throw a bad wig on it and some bad makeup.
Trauma porn, my guy, trauma porn.
And flip it to make some money out of it. That he is not an ally or lover of black women or black people in general because of the type of product that he consistently puts out.
Yes, indeed.
Krush, what do you think, man?
I mean, for the most part, I would say that, Touré's, for one, I have to show respect to Touré as a journalist. I feel like the comments he made, for one, are from more than a decade ago, by the way. And, while they do encapsulate one part of the argument, I mean, Elgin's right, the criticism has increased, from across, many quarters. And, for me, Mr. Perry has almost made the filmmaking process seem kind of assembly line-like. To me, in terms of from writing to production, and and it's like I remember some rationale that he put forth that the formula that was working for him with the stage plays was something that he wanted to see. He wanted to see work on the screen, and it seemed to work. And he never seemed to build on it. I mean, there will be stabs here and there, other kinds of writing, but it's become very formulaic and become a trope on its own in filmmaking, for the kind of things he does. So it's hard not to criticize after, 20, 30 odd years doing this. I mean, just like with our criticism of Drake from Mr. Lamar, we want to see some growth.
Criticism for a lot of creators that have been doing this for a long time.
I mean, it comes back to the essence about, why do we have to support black business? We need to be supporting, strong black business standards.
However, I can understand why he doesn't relate to it, because there's a highbrow level of Negro who doesn't understand what I do and how I do it. And there's this need to look down upon it to make themselves feel a certain way about it, rather than embracing and understand what it is, because there's a sense of moving away from where we come from, forgetting that our mothers were actually maids and grandmothers were maids and helped, and all the things that we had to do to get us to be in the place that we're in. Now, I don't know about his. It's almost like Spike Lee. You know, Spike Lee's mother was an educator, so I can't relate to that. My mother worked at a Jewish community center with preschool kids most of my childhood, and my father was a carpenter. So my upbringing is very Southern. It's very raw. It's very guttural. It's not the class and sophistication of New York. Teray, New York. Spike, New York. They are allowed to have that, but what it will tell you this. Langston Hughes said that Zora Neale Hurston was a new version of the darky because she spoke in a Southern dialect. So you look at the two of them, who are brilliant in both their ways, but they also had their opinions. I can't fix that.
So he said basically that there are these uppity ass Negroes that don't understand what I'm trying to do, and that's why, because they're so uppity and hoity-toity, that's why the reason why they disrespect in my movies. What do you think about that, bro? I'm gonna let Krush go first, and then I'm gonna let L cook.
The point being, sir, is that you're still there. Okay, you're still there. That's the point. At a certain point, things have to grow and change and diversify, and risks have to be taken. You take no risks. You know what I'm saying? You're being a capitalist with black culture. You take no risks. You take no risk with this shit, and that's why it becomes embarrassing after a while. You have you have what I know, and as all black people know, you have fuck you level money. Fuck you in the rules. Fuck this structure. Fuck this trope. Fuck this aesthetic. Get a whole new can of paint for the shit. You know what I'm saying? But no, you stay right here in this nice little convenient, comfortable box where it's easy for you to make these comments he's made before. This is a really, he said this highbrow Negro thing before in different forms over the years. There's just repackaging it for my man Teray. And it's tired. It's old. I mean, I don't know when. Hopefully, maybe now it's starting to get real old to people. That's what it sounds like.
And you can just see his face getting angry as he's making these comments. You can tell that he's getting wildly frustrated. You can tell that the comments and the criticism that he has earned is beginning to get to him and beginning to make him
say
crack.
That shit again. I want you to say that
Yeah.
last part
He
again.
earned all of it. It is starting, all the criticism he has earned is starting to get to him. When you begin to make those types of claims and assertions and say highbrow Negro, and you begin to elevate yourself intellectually, like you don't understand my master plan, like you just gotta ride with the plan. Motherfucker sounds like Skeletor. Like what are you talking about, my guy?
But there's a
he kind of looks like him too. Like
there's
but
a strange manipulation going on there. He's claiming to be, grounded in his approach, and yet you want to you want to find a way to condescend a fellow black man for his honest take.
I think you said it. You hit the nail right on the head, L. That there is this disconnect with him from all of the credit that he's earned, as though creators that have come before him have not been criticized the same way. This same Spike Lee that he's basically saying is a highbrow Negro has been criticized from day one. One of the biggest things that has hurt Spike Lee's his legacy with his movies, that his messaging is very, very heavy-handed. People have always you're not walking into a Spike Lee movie to necessarily be entertained. You're coming into a dissertation to learn something. And some people don't want that experience. Some people don't like that. He's been criticized from day one. So to say that, the reason why you're getting criticized, especially from black people, especially from black men, is because they are high-level hoity-toity Negroes that can't understand what it's like to get it from the mud or be in the streets. Like, that just sounds wildly ridiculous to me.
One of the praises that people make about TP is the fact of, and I say TP toilet paper, about him is the fact that he gives so many black people work that he's always hiring black folk. Now, there's a level of, okay, but if you're hiring black people in non-union shit jobs, my guy, you're no different than fucking Walmart or Target. Like, so let's not make it seem as if you've reached some aspirational status. And there have only been certain black actors and actresses who get into your movies that are paid better on your set than they are other sets. So you don't get, my guy, you don't get no fucking kudos for that.
Yeah. I think one of the things that, at least if you're going to give him credit for anything, to be very fair, besides the fact that you said of being able to hire as many black people as he does hire, is also that he saw a niche, he saw a need, and he's been filling it, and he's been filling it, and he's been filling it. And he has an audience. There are people that look forward to the next Tyler Perry movie. But at the same time, I really feel like outside of the controversy that he has on his back, I think there is something to be said for growth. Once you've been in an industry for long, you can't continue to keep doing the same thing over and over and over and expect people not to get tired of it. I know that I've had conversations with folks that people have had the audacity, the temerity to say that Tyler Perry is a better director and movie producer than Ryan Coogler. And I was like, Ryan Coogler takes chances. He takes risks. He does. And maybe it's a level of taste, but at the same time, it's like you want something different. Our life doesn't always have to revolve around drama and trauma. And
he's not making movies for us, family. Black folks are not Tyler Perry's audience, man.
Who's Tyler Perry's audience then? I want you to say it.
White people who want to be entertained by the black experience. Particularly white liberals are his targeted audience. He's not making movies for me and you. He's not making movies for Carmen. He's not making movies for anybody who's actually done work on their trauma, who actually has read a fucking book. He's not making movies for us. Straw was an absolute abomination of a movie from start to fucking finish. Every possible trauma that a person can experience in life was in that 90-minute film. Everything that you can ever possibly experience in form of trauma was it, literally. And the acting was horrible. You made Taraji, who is gorgeous, look terrible. I didn't realize that was Sherry in the movie. It was despicable. And you tried to do a Sixth Sense type of cliffhanger at the end. Come on, my guy. Come on. And he owns Netflix now. This motherfucker got like 4 things on Netflix right now. Like every time you turn around, he has shows that are exclusively on Netflix right now. I didn't remember a deal being announced between him and Netflix, a distribution deal. But he has a number of things on Netflix right now, and they're all terrible.
Yeah. And one of the funniest parts is that he was at, I think it was the BET Awards, where they gave him an award, and he was like, thank you to all the black women that helped to make Straw the #1 movie on Netflix. And I know you guys are going to do the same thing with the next movie that he's about to drop on Netflix too, which he knows it. I was trying not to say it. I didn't want to promote the joke. But he's already claiming it, bro. So I mean, he knows his audience, he knows his people.
He does. He's done a great job of manipulating his audience into continues. He's a master at that. He's a master at that act. And it's horrible. I want us to outgrow and leave him alone. And maybe he'll go away and come back with a better product.
Maybe.